Hello everybody and welcome! Today we review ironguard on PSVR2. Before we start, please do leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and with that out of the way, let's get straight to the point. So right off the bat, what surprised me most about ironguard on PSVR2 was just how smooth everything felt. Like the frame rate definitely feels like 120 FPS or very close to it. It really makes the game feel buttery smooth. But there is a trade-off. The resolution takes a bit of a hit. Some of the textures, they're kinda Gorilla Tag level. They are definitely a little flat if you get too close to them, which is odd considering the environments are pretty simple. They are just small areas where you mostly look over basic enemies. But most of the time you don't pay attention to the environment and mostly focus on the gameplay. That said, the enemies look decent, but the environment could look a bit better. Now let's talk about what ironguard really nails. First off, it's satisfying and addicting. And I say that as someone who's never been into tower defense genre. I started the game just to check it out, and the next thing I know, I've been playing it for hours. It just pulls you in and it's so much fun. Also, the campaign is surprisingly long. It takes more than 10 hours to beat, and there's also some story with voice acting.
Humans have long gone beyond the solar system.
For a $15 game, that's just wild. There's also a bunch of turret and super weapon upgrades that unlock over time and actually feel meaningful because they help you a lot. The difficulty scaling is also pretty balanced. It starts easy, then becomes harder over time. You won't get smacked with difficulty spikes out of nowhere, and later levels even encourage strategic planning before starting waves. You mostly control the battlefield with your left hand, placing towers and blockers, and then your right controller becomes a little ship. It's like your personal drone that you can shoot enemies with, or you can activate powerful abilities which are cool. And yes, there's some haptics on the gun, which is subtle but appreciated. I did wonder why they weren't using any adaptive triggers, but honestly, after a few hours of constant shooting, I'm glad they didn't add more resistance. My trigger finger was already sore enough. Now, it's not perfect. Like I mentioned, graphically, it's not the sharpest looking game. The UI can feel outdated, kind of like a PS Vita game ported to VR. That's not entirely a diss because I liked it, but just don't expect anything special. Also, variety is lacking a bit. You'll be seeing the same type of enemies quite a lot, and while the levels change up, it can start to feel repetitive, especially if you're not a fan of the genre. There are also these annoying little planes that show up later in the game and jam your gun, which is a pain. I know it's part of the game and it forces you to rely more on your turrets, but sometimes I felt overwhelmed by the amount of them. There was just way too many of them. But let me be clear, ironguard on PSVR2 is a blast. For the price, the content and the fun and overall polish, this one is absolutely worth picking up. Sure, it's pretty basic, but this game shows that even while being basic, it can still be fun if it's done right. And hey, there's even a sequel on the way coming this year, so if this one does well on Quest and PSVR, there's a good chance we'll get the next one too. So maybe consider supporting the devs who clearly put a lot of love into this. It's a great game that is worth your time and money.